Okay, I'm going to show you how to make this very popular daisy square that then you can use to make a blanket, bag, join them together, do whatever you want with them. But I'm going to show you this today, starting off with a mustard color for the center, and then I'm going to use this cream for the petals, and then the green for the outside of the square. Now, generally you would make this with chunky yarn. I don't actually have chunky yarn in these colors, so I'm just double stranding my yarn. So using one ball double stranding, I just find the center and use the end, and I find the end of the ball end and double strand them. And I've just got to find the other end now, which is just here. Oh, I just had it and then I lost it. Just here. Okay. So I've got my two ends like so, double stranded. You can find chunky yarn. You can do it single stranded. I just like to do it chunky. The chunky yarn means less squares to make because the yarn is thicker. So I'm going to start with a slip knot, just like normal. Pull it over, take that off and over, make a slip knot, and I'm going to put that on my hook. You can make a magic ring. I like to do 3 chains and join them to make a circle. So I've got 1, 2, 3 chains. And now I'm going to put my hook into the first chain I made, like so. And it will look like this on my hook. And then I'm going to slip stitch this loop closed. 2 on my hook. And I'm going to yarn over and pull through both at once. And then I'm going to find the center of my circle, which is always a little bit difficult, but it's just here. And I've just pulled it a bit loose so I could show you the center. Now I'm going to chain 3, which counts as my first double crochet. Gives me the height for the round, and it also counts as my first stitch. Now into the center of this circle, I'm going to work 11 double crochet. This counts as 1, so I will have 12 when I'm finished. So 1, yarn over, insert your hook into the center of the circle, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Pull that up nice like that, nice and even. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That is my first double crochet and my chain 3 made. Now I'm going to make 10 more of these. I'm crocheting over my tail as I go, just to make it less that I have to sew in at the end. Just going to pull this little knot out here. So again, for a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Once you have 3 loops on your hook, hold it nice and tight like that. Like that. Yarn over and pull through the first 2, and yarn over and pull through the next 2. Going to count how many I made because I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now you can slide them around on your circle because you do not want to crochet over the top of ones you've already made. So this is what it looks like. I'll show you how to count them. It's going to take my hook out. You can count them. Here is your double crochet, the post, and here is the stitch up the top. So you count them by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and here's my 12th one just here. It looks a bit different because it was the chain 3. Or you can count them by the posts. So to count them by the posts, You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There. Now to join this circle, to finish off and make it a circle, you've got your yarn on your hook. You're going to join it to the top here, which is the third chain you made. So 1, 2, and 3. Insert your hook into there like that. You've got those on your hook now. I'm going to yarn over and pull through both of those in one go. And this is the center of my daisy. I'm going to cut this off now. I leave a bit so you've got a tail to sew in. So when you cut it off, it will look like this. I'm going to take the bit that I just cut off and I'm going to yarn it over and I'm going to pull it all the way through like that. So it looks like that, and then I'm going to pull that tight and that knots that off and finishes that circle, finishes that round, and it's secure. Right, now we're going to add the cream and do the next round. I'm just trying to find the two ends of my cream color because I'm using the single skein but double stranding it, so just bear with me. This is how I find I've got the center and I've got the outside tails, and I'm going to hold them together again and crochet them together. So again, I make a slip knot like so, and I've got my little slip knot here now on my finger. I'm going to pick up my circle. Now I'm not going to start exactly where I finished. I'm going to start all the way over here. So when it comes to sewing in your tails, you don't want your tails all in the same area. You can see on this one, I've got tails to sew in here. I've got some here, and I've got some here. I've got some here. To me, it's important not to sew them in the same spot because sewing the tails in adds bulk. So if you can start in different locations for each color or color change tail that you've got to sew in, it just makes your blanket sit nicer. So now I am going to do the cream in the petals, and I'm going to start, I finished here, I'm going to start over here. I'm going to put my hook in to that top of that double crochet. Oops. And then I'm going to attach my yarn at the back. So to do this, I've just got to get my tails out of the way and pull that slip knot nice and tight on my hook. Not super tight, but just tight enough. And I'm going to pull that through there, but see how I'm leaving the knot at the back here, and I'm pulling the loop, pulling my yarn through, but leaving the knot at the back. And then I am going to pull that up nice and high. Wrong way, that way. This is the beginning cluster. This cluster is always different to the rest. So I pull that up nice and high and I chain one. And now to do this stitch, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the space, yarn over and pull up a loop. And you will have 3 loops on your hook like that. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on my hook only and leave 2 remaining on there. And I've got 2 stems here. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the same space, yarn over and pull up a loop, and I'm going to pull that up nice and high so all my stitches are the same height, and I'm going to yarn over and pull it through just the first 2. So now you can see I've got 1, 2, 3 parts on my down here in the stitch, and I've got 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And pull that a little bit tight, make sure my tension is good here. And then I am going to chain 1 to lock that stitch and chain another one to give me some space in between my petals. So you can see how I've got little spaces in between here. That's what I'm doing right now. So this first one is always a bit different because you're attaching the new color. The rest of them, you're going to do it like this. So you've got your working loop on your hook. You're going to yarn over. You're going to insert your hook into that next space. I'm just sewing over my tail. That's why you can see that at the back. But here, if I get rid of that, you can see I've inserted my hook into my next space. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop through that space. So it looks like this on my hook. And I'm going to yarn over and pull through just the first two on my hook. And I'm going to do that again. I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to insert my hook into that same space, and I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. And I now have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to yarn over and pull through just the first two. And I now have 3 loops on my hook. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that one more time because I've got 2 parts of my petal. I need a third. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that same space again, yarn over and pull up a loop, pull it up nice and tall, and then I'm going to yarn over and just pull through the first 2 loops. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 4 at once, just like that. And I pull it tight, and I'm going to chain 1 to lock that stitch and complete it, to complete that petal. And then I'm going to chain 1 to give me the space between my petals. And I'm going to do that all the way around. So I will have 12 of these little petals when I'm done. So now I'm just going to talk fast as I go through it. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. When you have 4 loops on your hook, that is when you yarn over and pull through all 4 in one go. 1 chain to lock it, 1 chain for the space, all the way around to make your petals. In this pattern, it's called a petal stitch, but technically this is it's 3 double crochet together. Because I've got my 3 double crochet, but I haven't completed them. I'm doing them all together like that. So that is a 3 double crochet together. When you come to other patterns and you're reading them, it might be handy to know what you're doing with that. Locking stitch, chain stitch. Just pulling my yarn a little bit from the center of that ball. At the moment I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals done. Got another 6 to go. Got my 3 parts of my petal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, pull through all 4. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do my last 3. second last one. Chain 2, and then my last petal, which is 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through all, chain 2, and now to finish this off, I need to join here to here. So I'm just going to find the top of my petal stitch, petal here, and just put my hook through there like that. So I've got my working loop on my hook and I'm through my petal, and then I'm just going to yarn over and pull that through there and through there in one go, and it will look like this. I'm going to cut this yarn off like so. And I have my tail. I am just going to yarn that over and pull it all the way through like that and pull that nice and tight. Now this is my daisy. I'm going to pause the video now and I will show you in the next video how to do the green on the outside.